Hello, this is Simply Experimenting, and where I'm coming from is Ashland, PA. We are here at the Pioneer Tunnel and Coal Mine Tour. And why are we here today? We are here for a special event. We are here for the Hand on the Throttle experience. After seeing my friend Jamie Macon, and I think JP Video did it as well,
So
I
we
was
also
happened to be
have,
here back
PA
in
North
May at another
East
event
Rail-
with some other
Railway
YouTubers, and
also
after I
here.
left there,
He's volunteering.
we
as
went our
well
separate
as
ways.
Jamie Macon, please
and
check
I
out
came
both
here
of
on
their
my
channels.
own,
I'll put the links
and I came
to
and
their
did
channel.
both the train ride and the coal mine tour.
So he's
And
getting
inside
some experience
the
operating.
inside the office, they were doing
Can I get a look
a
inside?
raffle. So I purchased some tickets,
Man, that thing
and
runs hot.
just this past Monday I was informed that I had won. My name was drawn for the Hand on the Throttle experience. So you're gonna come along with me, as I'm nervous as
And
heck,
this will
but
be
they
my
said don't worry.
ride
They,
shortly.
the person that I watched do this, Jamie Macon, told me that it's very calming once you
shovel
get
some,
doing the
coal.
actual controls. It's much easier, but everybody's a little nervous at first, and I know I'm very nervous with it. But let's go head to the station and wait there for the train. Oh my goodness, look who's here. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Good to see you.
What you here for today?
The Hand on the Throttle.
Hand on the throttle, all right.
Yes.
You are gonna love it, I promise.
Good. I saw your experience, and you look like you had a ball
I sure did.
both times, so
So I'm back for another
I'm
one.
glad I was able to get my ticket drawn and experience this as well.
Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you running it.
Alrighty.
All right, see you guys.
So if you don't know, I volunteered her. I had to pull her arm to, which wasn't very, didn't take much to do, to film my experience. So you'll get to see her from basically her point of view as I'm operating the Loki here. Alrighty, so we'll see you on the train. So this is my instructor, Josh. He had a very calm and cool demeanor about him the whole time he was giving the instructions, very thorough, very detailed. First, he showed me how to operate what's called the Johnson bar right here, where he's putting his hand on, which controls the forward and reverse movement of the train. So he's showing me where the position, where it should be at the very last click to go reverse. Next, he was showing me how to operate the brake and when to put it on and let it off. Next, he showed me the throttle operation and the position of where the throttle should be at, so the engine will build up pressure first before it would make any movement. Here he's instructing me on how to go about that curve up ahead and the railroad crossing that's gonna come up ahead. Now I'm getting ready to put the Johnson bar all the way in the reverse position, all the way to the final notch. Now I'm going to blow the whistle 3 times, denoting that we are departing. Taking off the brakes now. And now slowly applying the throttle so that it can build up the pressure needed to go in reverse. And as you can see, we're going in reverse now. This trip was in reverse, heading up the hill here. And we had to stop the engine temporarily because I had to there was a handle that I had to pull underneath that I didn't know about. And then had to put the engine back, put the brakes on, and then slowly give it throttle again and slowly head up the hill here. So here he's instructing me on how to get up around the curve here, how much throttle to apply. As we went around the curve here. Had to ease it because of the track there being so bumpy. And then next he was giving me instructions on how much throttle to give it right up to the train track crossing there up ahead. So he's giving me instruction. Now I have to give a long, 2 longs. No, then I have to give it a long and a short. Oh, short and long, sorry. Again, now he's giving me more instructions on how and when to apply the brakes and the throttle as needed, and that I would feel when the engine would need more throttle and less throttle, more brake and whatever have you, as we made our way up to the top of the hill here.
As we made our way up to the top of the hill there, Josh was very good at giving instructions on how to slow down the train and apply the brakes as we approached the end of the tracks up here. So again, he was an excellent instructor on giving all his instruction, very thorough with his instruction. And here we make our way up to the top of the hill, and he's telling me when to apply the brakes slowly. So here I am finally applying the brakes and slowing down. There is a orange marker on the track to where we're the spot where we're supposed to stop, where the final point is. And as you can see, I did a great job, and he gave me a high five for stopping it properly. And it's funny because we got to talking, and I have to kind of remind him that should I apply this Johnson bar back to the neutral position, basically. So here he's also showing other things to Jamie, who was doing the filming of things, that other additional things. So here I reminded him about putting the Johnson bar back into the neutral position and give it one sound of the whistle there that we're at the end of the trip. Right here, Josh is pointing out here what we're looking at around the area as well, and explaining where Ashland is in reference to where we're at, and some other notable places there are. We are happen to be right on top of the Mammoth Vein, that is the largest coal vein in the world. So again, we're walking out toward an area here, and right up here is, as I'm approaching it slowly, I'm making my way over to it, is what's known as a bootleg mine. So what a lot of the locals would do would come up and illegally dig these mines to get coal out there. And mind you, these mines that they were trying to tap into were already owned by coal mining companies. And, that's why it was illegal to do that, because they were doing it legally. So these guys would dig it out in these buckets or 55-gallon drums and bring it up, and they would take it to the local towns and sell it locally. So now again, I'm heading back up and going back around the railing here. There's a look at the Loki, number 123. There's Josh talking with Jamie about train stuff. She is a big train fanatic, and it's been her life dream to do this too as well, and operate trains for a living. So here I am walking toward the end of the track, the actual end of the track, where you can't go beyond any point. And as you can see, I'm pointing on the right there. That's where the Mammoth Vein, and over there you can see also part of the Mammoth Vein over there on that black spot right there where I'm pointing to. That's where the Mammoth Vein came up to the top, I believe. So now I'm walking back to the train. And like I said, I had been here before back in May or June, I guess it was. And I had done the actual train ride, but that footage is still stuck on my external hard drive, which it's not letting me access it. So hopefully in the future, you guys will still be able to see this. So here I am approaching 123. So I was trying to show there the orange um, marker where they want you to stop at. And I came up just before shortly short of it right there, shall I say? Sorry. And I'm showing around, and now I'm looking at the Loki and talking with Josh about how great of a job he did explaining to me how to operate this train. Now he's opened up the firebox and get a look inside the firebox, showing how hot those coals are burning. And by the way, that's anthracite coal that you happen to see, which the region is known for. There's a look at Jamie. Now I'm handing the camera back over to Jamie so she can film me operating the train uh, forward this time back to the station. Now Josh is giving me some final instructions on how to manage the track down the hill now. And again, when to apply. One thing he kept on telling me is like a car, you know when to apply your accelerator to your car as you're going uphill, downhill, as needed be. So as he was instructing me this, he was telling me, it's the same, works the same way that as you're going downhill, you'll feel the train. Once you give it throttle, you'll feel the train naturally wanting to go faster. So you would know when to start applying the brakes to it and slowing down a little bit more as needed. So here I am getting ready to put the Johnson bar in the forward position and then give it 2 toots that we are getting ready to head back. So I'm gonna slowly take off the brakes and slowly apply the throttle to it. Again, letting it build up again, that steam, because it was sitting there for a little while. So the steam kind of the tank loses a little pressure. So now it's building up that steam and slowly heading back downhill to the station. So this is a forward view from the fireman's position, which Jamie Macon was filming as well. She filmed a forward view from me as well as myself and Josh during the operation of the train. So as you can tell, I did a boo-boo and didn't realize that my GoPro was on time warp, so I had to slow it down to the actual speed we were going. So this is the actual speed we were going downhill, So it was really fun, enjoyable. He was a really enjoyable person. I feel he's the best person here that I know of because he also, I believe, instructed Jamie the second time around. The first time around, she told me who it was, but I can't recall right now who the gentleman was that when she did the first experience with someone else, and then her second experience, Josh showed her how to operate it, and has a very cool demeanor about him. You know, you could tell he's a very personable person when it comes to instructing people. You know, so this is again a view looking down as accelerating a little bit more down the hill and knowing when to let on and off of the brakes, giving it some more toot. Yeah, one thing that Josh kept on telling us as we were going to a certain portion. So here I stopped the train because he had seen a person with an animal or dog walking down beside the trail there up the tracks. So I was supposed to slow down even more, but I ended up stopping the train instead, you know, as I saw the person myself out the side window there. So I'm giving it more toots of the whistle, letting them know. But one thing he kept on emphasizing as we got close to a certain spot is to give it the toot to let Ashland know that we're operating those trains there. So I don't know if I saw the person walking by. I think that we did passed it, passed them, or they already passed us at this point. There they are. There. So there's the person and the dog that I had slowed down for. So now I was able to go back to normal speed, basically, you know, and let the train naturally roll down, you know, on occasion, giving it brake as needed. So I would like to also thank Jamie for doing a fantastic job of filming me and getting those point of views of looking down the track as well. So I got more comfortable, and I was able to talk more with Josh about this experience, how nervous I was about it, and how he made me feel comfortable. Now I'm giving it too long. Is it too long? Now I give it the too longs that are short. I think I'm approaching the train crossing here. Oh, yeah, I already had. Yep, now we're coming up near the cab of 119, which is the project they're doing the restoration of. That's in the Loki barn there. So I was speaking with Jamie about the project, the 119, which is the sister of the 123. Um, and I think they're expecting maybe another 2 years, depending on how the funding for it comes in, to get it done too, so they can run more than one. I mean, I don't know how you can do that on the same track, but they can alternate them. And of course, it has to go through an FRS inspection as well uh, prior to its operation. Federal Railroad, excuse me, FRA, Federal Railroad Administration, which, you know, controls the operations of trains anywhere here in the United States. So here I am applying the Johnson bar back. I had applied the brakes already, and He gave me a great handshake. Said I did a great job. And I had an awesome experience. And again, I want to thank Jamie and Josh for a great experience as well. And there's Colin talking to one of the folks there at the Pioneer Tunnel. Jamie's getting off the engine as well. And she gave me a 2 thumbs up there. That I just So here I am talking about checking out Jamie's and Colin's channel. Jamie's channel is Jamie Macon on YouTube, and Colin's channel is PA Northeast Rail Fan on YouTube as well. So again, I'm giving her thanks for coming along and filming my experience here. I was letting her know also, man, that she did a great job. It was because of her that turned me on into trying to get this experience done. So here's a quick tour of the maintenance shop here where they're working on 119. And as I headed toward the rear of the shop, you can see the rest of the consist. I was on that very consist with the 123 on my last trip here, and I sat in the caboose as well as the open car right before the caboose. So now we're heading back, looking around at 119, and it's bare bones basically, down to its bare bones.